Hey, this is Roger from PistolSnipe.com, and I wanted to do a short video to address a comment I've been receiving about folks. When I ask them, well, what's your #1 accuracy killer? They say, I've got too many guns and I just can't shoot any of them really that well. Well, I have some advice, and I'm guessing that the gun that you shoot the best or will shoot the best is probably the one that fits your hand the best. Or at least it's my recommendation to start out with the gun that fits your hand the best and go from there. Now, first off, if you're shooting something like a Glock or other striker-fired, basically single-action firearm, I know they call it double action, but we won't get into that. Well, let's go with the 1911. I don't think anybody will dispute that single action. That's going to be a little bit easier typically to score well with than, say, a double-action revolver, especially if that double-action revolver isn't a high-quality performance series Smith & Wesson like this one is, and has a little bit of a tougher trigger pull. But just for instance, on this Smith & Wesson, and again, it is empty. I've checked all these guns. The grips were this kind of a smooth, I call them rosewood, that came on it, and they weren't really a good fit for my hand. They're really nice. They got the finger grooves and all that. Didn't fit that well. So I got this Hogue Mono grip to replace it with, and it just really, really does a good job of making me feel like I've got a better handle on this thing, which even with a 5-inch barrel, it's still got a pretty good kick to it if you're shooting .357. So anyway, with a revolver, there's times you can do something where you can change the grips. Similarly, on this 1911, it had, I think from the factory, it had some wooden grips. I didn't buy it from the factory, I bought it used. These are Pachmayr rubber grips, and this gun fits me, I mean, just like a glove. I've always loved it. Unfortunately, this gun I can't shoot all that well, in part because, and I've shown this on some videos before, hopefully you can see that there. Try to line it up, not doing a very good job, but it's got some just lousy sights. I mean, they're just lousy. And someone put a daub of red paint on the front at some point. And when I was younger, I could kind of see it. Now at this age, I can't hardly see the darn thing. So if you can't see the sights, you're not going to shoot that well, more than likely. Now, there are some things you can do, and when I get around to it, I'll probably try to get a different set of sights for it, but haven't had time for that yet. Now here, for instance, is the gun that kind of started it all for PistolSnipe.com and for the IFR 4X pistol shooting accuracy system. This is a Glock 21 45 automatic, and it is the gun that I carried when I was mowing, and still carry when I'm mowing, or anytime I'm out on out here on the Freedom Farm, out doing any kind of chores or running around out in the woods. And it's got a double stack magazine, so it's in 45 auto. It's got the widest grip. This is the widest Glock, I believe, made. Everything is just a little bit thicker, and it's a good handful. I mean, I've got big hands, so I can shoot it okay, but I know I've got hold of a large gripped firearm with this. Now, contrast that with, say, this Model 17, or the same would be a 22. This is 9mm. Glock 22 is 40 caliber. They have the same frame. It's a little thinner. And this is kind of like that Colt 45. It just fits my hand like a glove. I mean, it's really comfortable. You grab it, it's like, yeah, this thing is at home in my hand. And this is probably the kind of gun that you're going to shoot the best with, or at least right off the bat. Similarly, here's this XD that is full size. I've done some recent videos with it. About the same as the, don't know if we can compare. I mean, you can go online and get the actual specs of these guns, but they're about the same. A little bit of difference in the grip, and even with the Glocks, if you have a Gen 2, Generation 3, or Gen 4, it's going to have a little bit different grip on it. Now, the interesting thing about these polymers is there's not too much you can do. It's not like the Colt or the Smith & Wesson revolver. You can't change the grip. Now, if the grip is too small, such as take the Springfield XD concealed carry gun, there's not a lot of grip. Now, you can get the extended magazine. Interestingly enough, I shoot this gun the best with the flat bottom 5-round magazine. You take the one with the finger extension or the extended 7-round mag, don't shoot it quite as well. Don't know why. But it is a little bit hard to get a hold of, and it's harder yet to control the recoil, because this 45 got a short barrel, not a lot of mass there, so it's got some kick. But there are some wrappers, some grip wrapper. You can slide these rubber covers on the grip on a gun that's got a little bit too small of a grip, but you can't go down in size unless, of course, you've got a smaller backstrap. The 6D does have a smaller backstrap. This is the biggest one they have. Backstraps in my mind don't make a huge difference. Sometimes you can try the different ones, but those wrappers that can do a number of different things. They can kind of reduce the cheese grater feel of this. A lot of people don't like this XDS. When the gun does jump in your hand, it kind of feels like it's tearing it up a little bit. They call it a cheese grater. Now, if you put those like a Hogue grip around it, just those wrappers, it'll make it just a little bit bigger, and it can absorb some of the recoil and take away some of that cheese grater effect. But the reviews on those aren't too good. They have a tendency to rotate and slip off and everything. So I actually passed on it. I was going to get one and I passed on it. So there are some things you can do, but with a polymer pistol, about the best thing you can do is change a backstrap on the kind of guns that offer that. Not all of them do. Smith & Wesson M&Ps, which I'd love to have one, should get one. Note to self, get an M&P. I should have one just to have it and shoot it. I believe they have adjustable grips, or kind of a backstrap. I think it's a little more than the backstrap, but adjustable grip. And whatever's going to fit your hand is probably going to be what you're going to just, all of the things being equal, going to shoot the best with. So, if you don't have a firearm already, go to a gun store and just ask to see a number of them. Just put them in your hand and say, wow, that fits nicely. I was at a gun store some time ago and picked up an FNH 9mm, and oh wow, does this thing feel comfortable in my hand. Price tag was like $1,400, so I just kind of enjoyed it for the minutes that I was there and put it back. I didn't buy it. Would like to, but there again, the thing is, there are other considerations when you buy a firearm other than just that. But if it doesn't fit your hand well, you're going to have a harder time shooting it. You're going to make some compromises probably for concealed carry. That just means that you need a little bit more training with it. But it's easier if you've got everything else down and just have to deal with a different size, and then you're just working on your grip. If you've already got all the other fundamentals in place that you've worked with on a firearm that fits your hand nicely, then it's easier to transition to one that you have to make some adjustments on. So that's just kind of my thoughts on the idea of having too many guns. Ordinarily, my default response is there's no such thing as too many guns, but I know what they're saying. You want to be able to pick up whatever gun you pick up and shoot it well. And if you have too many guns and not enough time to practice, you might want to focus on one. And the one I would probably pick, just again, all other things being equal, would be the one that fits my hand the best. So I hope that helped. If you haven't checked out the IFR 4X pistol shooting accuratizer system, got a link in the description to do that. I'll try to get some links embedded in the video here too. Go to my website, pistolsnipe.com. Give this video a like if you would please. Subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.